Hi everyone, Thomas here and welcome back to another video. So today we're back here for another speed build, and today we're going to go ahead and create this home called Fairview Lodge. So if you'd like to go ahead and download it for yourself, it is up in the gallery now. My origin ID is real Thomas TV1. So this is basically a kind of like modern cottage, I guess you could call it. I don't really know what type of style it is, apart from it being like a small modern home, but the idea actually came about because well, randomly actually, I was actually watching my friend Emily from Emmy Sims, there we go, and she built this like modern home. I can't remember what it was called. It was little, I think it's like about a week or so ago since this video goes up. I can't remember because my upload schedule is a little bit all over the place at the minute. Anyway, so she uploaded this kind of like modern small build, and it just looked really great, and it just kind of got me inspired to do something modern themed, and this is what we're doing today. So did I say if it's up in the gallery? I can't remember. Well, if I didn't, it is up in the gallery now. My origin ID is real Thomas TV1, and you can go ahead and download it for yourself. I can't actually remember the price of this lot since I haven't actually uploaded it as I'm doing this voiceover, but it will be by the time you see the video. But it just have 2 bedrooms and 1 bathroom, and I kind of went for like a purple theme inside the home, which is actually a colour that I started using a little while ago, and then for some reason I just haven't used it in a while. I feel like it's because I've been doing a lot of traditional builds, and purple doesn't really fit into that. So I've kind of had an opportunity to use it today, which was good because like I said, I haven't used it in a while, so we used that for kind of like the main colour scheme on the inside of the home, and then this outside bit, the kind of inspiration behind this pool was I kind of wanted to look like the house was, I mean, it really doesn't really look like this, but as if like the house was like on a lake sort of thing, and like you kind of just get out of the, or maybe, you know what, I don't even know. I just wanted to kind of look like the house was like sitting on the water, if that makes sense, even though it's not, because it's just a swimming pool and it's tiny, but kind of just giving that sort of effect. And yeah, so lots of modern windows, as you can see, we're putting in here. And I did actually include, I think, most of this footage for the whole build. The build took me about like 35 minutes to do, which is no time at all, to be honest, but you know, it is a very small build, and yeah, so I thought because it's just a small build, it didn't really take me that long. I thought I would include most of the footage. Well, I included everything I recorded, and also the bathroom, which is something that I don't normally include, especially with mansion builds. If you don't know, I do a mansion build every single Sunday here on my channel, so if this is going up on the 23rd, which I think it is, a Monday, yesterday should have been a kind of a mansion build for you, which is the same day for me because I'm recording this on the 22nd, so there should have been a mansion build going up yesterday for you, and I do actually have now, which I recently created, a mansion build playlist, so you can go ahead and see all of the mansion builds in particular. You can also find them in my builds playlist if you want to look through that as well, but I've also made like in particular, like, oh my god, I can't speak, a playlist for mansion builds in particular. There we go. So we're actually kind of, it took me a little while to kind of figure out what I was going to do with the front of this build, to be honest. As you can see, I'm kind of just looking around, figuring out what I'm going to do, because I didn't really have any kind of set plan for what I was going to do. It was kind of a very spur of the moment thing. So I was kind of a little bit just trial and error, I suppose, just trying different things. You can see that we use half walls instead of fence there, which is actually something that I haven't used in a very long time for some reason. I don't know why, I just never use half walls. I used to a lot, but it's just something that I haven't used in a while. I don't know why, I just haven't, so it's kind of nice to use them again, I suppose. And we've also got a hot tub there as well, kind of, you know, like to fit the shape of the pool, as you can see too. And yeah, so what else is going to talk about? Well, I've just recorded that mansion build a few hours ago, so I've kind of talked about everything, and because that video will be going up yesterday for you, I don't want to kind of say the same things over again in this voiceover. So that's kind of one of the annoying things as well about pre-recording, is when I'm kind of doing a kind of like a bulk recording of videos, I can't really talk about the same thing every single voiceover, even though it's kind of relevant because I'm recording it all at the same time, if that makes sense. Oh, sorry, I just hit my pop filter. My pop filter's getting really annoying. There's about to be like a greeting sound just a second here. Sorry about that. That's the pop filter. It's kind of a very cheap pop filter. I think I'm going to get a new one because it just doesn't really support its weight. So it's always kind of like falling down. I have to, like, a lot of the time during my voiceovers, I'm literally holding the pop filter up myself, which is kind of annoying. So yeah, but I'm not in today's voiceover. I kind of managed to get it okay in position to the microphone. And yeah, so I was just mentioning how I'm pre-recording videos, and the reason I'm doing that is because I've got exams coming up soon at college. So my exams are from like the 4th till the 18th or something. I don't have one every single day, I only have 6, but like in between that time span, I think it is. Hang on, I'm just going to double check actually. I know it's June the 4th it begins. It might be the 4th to the 14th. I can't even remember, to be honest. I know it starts on the 4th, but I can't remember when the last one is. But yeah, so I know that's kind of a long time away, but because I'm kind of preparing for them now, I'm starting to kind of just get ahead of myself a little bit, so I'm not having to worry about getting videos done all the time and then having all my schoolwork on top of it. So it's just to kind of stay ahead of myself a little bit. And also, the main thing that I'm pre-recording is the mansion builds, because every Sunday, you know, I like to do that every single Sunday, and I haven't missed a mansion build yet, so I don't want to have to do that now. So I do like to start the mansion builds very, like, a week in advance. So normally the video goes up on a Sunday. And what I actually normally do is I start getting the main kind of structure of the home built on that previous Sunday, if that makes sense. It's normally either the Sunday before or the Wednesday before. I don't know why, it's always those two dates for some reason that I start them on, and then I kind of just work through it a little bit each day. So I'm not kind of, you know, totally bombarding myself, but what happens is that I started so early that I feel like I've done so much and I don't need to come back to it for such a long time, and then it'll get like a day before it goes up, which happened this week actually, and then I'm kind of really stressed and I have to, like, you know, record like a full interior of a mansion for it going up the next day. So that happened this week, which was a little bit stressful, but I managed to get it done. So basically what happened was I start this build, so the build that you saw yesterday on the 22nd, I started building that on the 15th, but I did so much on the 15th that I kind of left a lot of it for a few days, and then I got the 20th and I was like, oh my god, I've got so much to do, so I did a little bit, and then I got the 21st, I'm like, oh my god, and it was actually a few hours before the video went up, I still had more to do. So yeah, I just like to do things in little segments, otherwise I get really bored and unmotivated and uninspired. So yeah, I don't like to totally bombard myself, but sometimes there's timings and stuff, it always ends up working out wrong, which, like this week, but you know, some weeks it works out fine, like the Brindleton mansion build that I did a few weeks ago. Actually got that all done about a week in advance before even going up, so you know, just depends really on how I manage my time. So not very good, you know, for the most part, but I try my best, I suppose. So this room right here is kind of like the main living room and also like a dining room as well, kind of put into one, and because the kitchen area was a little bit too cramped, I suppose, to actually put a dining table in there as well, because you know, we have the kitchen counters, we also have the island, and then also is kind of the entryway into the home as well. So I felt like putting a dining table in there would kind of make it a little bit too cramped, and to be honest, we do have like the island chairs as well, so we probably didn't even need the dining table, but I had that bit of blank space, so I was like, you know what, let's just, you know, fill that up with a dining table. And yeah, so I've just also realised that I don't actually have a computer in this build, which I don't know why, but it's something that I do forget a lot in my smaller builds. I don't really know why, I just end up doing that. But the thing is that with, I suppose this is more like a cottage style home that your Sims may vacation to, so maybe having a computer isn't such a bad thing not having, but you know, you can easily add one in if you want to. So this right here is the bathroom, and it's kind of nice that I included this in so you can kind of see how I do the bathroom, and because, you know, in the mansion builds I don't include them just because they're so boring, but I included it today, and I know some of you asked to see that footage, so there you go. And I also did an interesting thing there with the kind of like that marble sort of countertop. It's not really a countertop, it's a side table, but I used it and then put one of the sinks on from Spa Day and kind of made a 2-in-1 sort of thing, just as something a little bit more interesting to look at, which is something that I do a lot in bathrooms for some reason. I don't know why, I just always end up doing that. So right now, working on this room, I'm not ready to share which is the master bedroom or not, because they're both kind of equal size-ish. I suppose the next bedroom that we'll go to work on will probably be the master one, so we're working on them in a different order here, but I suppose this is kind of like the guest bedroom or just a secondary bedroom. So the one we're working on right now is probably the master one, because there's a more expensive bed, I suppose. And you can see that we did it on a diagonal for the bed, which is something I do sometimes. I just saw how the window placement was behind it, would look really nice to do that. It just means that there's no kind of end tables or side tables or nightstands, whatever you call them, which, you know, there isn't really that much purpose to them in game anyway, but it's just for the look of it. I suppose it doesn't really look right not having them, but I couldn't really fit them in anyway. And now we're just working on putting some decorations in, like the dresser, some plants, and also we'll go ahead and put a mirror in and a little seating area. And we're pretty much finished with this build. So I really hope you enjoyed. In the comments section down below, let me know about what you thought of it. And if you have any more suggestions and requests for builds or just videos in general you want to see next, then let me know in the comments section down below. Make sure to leave a like, share, and subscribe if you haven't. And go ahead and download this from the Sims World Gallery. My origin ID is RealThomasTV1, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!